Yo, 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 hold on, bro. We about to get started. All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this beautiful live stream. It's your boy KG. We back here with another video, man. You know what time it is. It's time for another one. We got a little Q&A. We got a nice little live stream. This is like, I'm not really a rant. I don't say it's a rant or anything like that. I just think that people got to open their eyes. It's time for a new game, a new era, bro. So we got, if you got any questions, ideas, definitely put in the chat. Oh yeah, y'all like the background? The background look fire, right? Yeah, I got the clouds in the background right now. You know what I mean? Look at that shit, clouds in the background, tough as shit, right? Yeah, I know. So as y'all can see, the title is Call of Duty's Downfall and Battlefield's Uprising. That's the Q&A. I got my little brother Pagoja. Pagoja, say hi to everybody in the chat.
Hey, how's it going?
So look, man, but definitely check him out too. Pagoja CHTK. He's live on Twitch. We're gonna actually be doing a lot of these gaming news coming up here in the next few months, bro. So that's one of the announcements we about to make right now. So we got a new channel coming out, CHTK TV. That's gonna be a channel that we're just talking games, video games, ups, downs, whatever we got to talk about when it comes to this gaming organization. Sorry for my burp. And many, many more. So with that being said, hey Pragoja, let's start off with this Call of Duty. Let's start off, where do you think Call of Duty, one, started its downfall, but two, where you see it's going right now? So let's just start from the beginning. Where do you think it started where do you think Call of Duty downfall actually started?
Well, we can start off with Call of Duty's real downfall. Now, from the Black Ops 6 series itself, the downfall there really kind of happened about December, where, a lot of the online players through Steam and PlayStation and stuff like that, about 56% of people over time since December have just completely stopped playing the game. Now, there's a lot of different reasons for that. Integration from Warzone, from Modern Warfare to Black Ops happened, and not a lot of people who were, professionals or enjoyed playing Warzone and the likes of that wanted to integrate themselves into the Black Ops 6 styles, with the Omni movement and the different aspects that came to the battles and gunfights.
And they're talking about, and just let me comment on that part real quick before you go into more in depth. Like, people don't realize, I posted this in our in our Discord server and shit. I think it was like a few weeks ago. Since Call of Duty actually came onto the Game Pass, yes, has Microsoft made money? Yes. But since 2020, they went from 24 million to now there's like 20.3 million players. That's a 5 million drop off. Bro, people were saying that being on the Game Pass is everything. I found out they might be actually losing money for real than actually making money. But go ahead, continue going, man. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, and that was another thing that I was actually going to start bringing up too back in 2020 when the Game Pass started introducing Call of Duty. Another bad drop-off was that, a lot of people were starting to get the game for free on the Game Pass, so a lot of other people are like, well, I don't really see the point of, chipping in money to a game that is basically free almost to most other platforms.
And technically, it's not free. It's free, but not free. So yes, you get the game, but you don't get the stuff, like certain stuff that actually comes with the game, if that makes sense. So I believe, if you just get, like, let's say you have the basic of the basics, like basic of the basic Xbox. I believe you just get the campaign. You don't even get multiplayer. You have to pay the premium, like I think that I think they went up to $29.99 now. But so let's say $30. So you're paying $30 for basically campaign and multiplayer. Okay. I mean, like, I guess, man. I guess that makes sense, bro. I guess, you know what I mean? But, like, shout out to Caesar. He mentioned this to me yesterday, I believe. he had once got Game Pass, right? He said the reason why he don't got it no more because it's not because it's cheap or it was expensive or it wasn't enough games to play. He was like, really be honest. When is you really gonna have that much time to play all of them games from back in the day when you, like, let's be honest, half of us are still playing the games now, the games that came out 2 years ago. Look at us still playing GTA 5 that came out, what, almost 10 years ago, or exactly 10 years ago. So when you really look at it, bro, technically, you know, like your race, yeah, you got all this collection, but you're not really using it, bro. Like, let's just be honest, bro. You're paying for the cheap basic of the game, bro. Go ahead, keep going, bro.
Op 4 has located
And
be ready for assault. 10 seconds to
well, where
insertion.
else was I getting with this?
5 seconds left.
You know, even when mobile started to come out too,
Op 4 has located a bomb.
kind of a funny
Be
little
ready for
thing when
hostile
it came to
action.
Call of Duty, which almost was in its own right, its own type of game. But when Warzone was integrated into Call of Duty Mobile, people started to actually resent Call of Duty with that almost what they thought would be considered a cash grab. So that also shot down quite a small handful of players.
You know, for me, bro, I think, to be honest, bro, I'm gonna say Call it for me, bro. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I fucks with Call of Duty, but I was never a die-hard Call of Duty player like everybody else, bro. I was asked at one point. I just started getting good in these Call of Duties, bro. And you know, did I like BO2? Did I play BO2? Yes. Did I play BO1? Yes. You know, did I like zombies? Yes. You know what I'm saying, bro? I think the one game, bro, that I still think to this day, bro, that make people a little nervous, and I think the one Call of Duty game that I was a god in, and I'm not saying I'm not a god now, like I'm a demon in BO6.
Friendly remaining.
But the one game that I'm a god in, bro, was Advanced Warfare. I think people overreact when it comes to like double jumping, bro, or having jetpacks. I'm just saying, bro, because let me ask y'all something, bro. When normally you facing somebody on rank, ain't they bunny hopping?
Yeah.
And I know what people are gonna say. Well, that's bunny hopping. That's not you know, double jumping for a, you know, a pack, like a jetpack, whatever. Well, if you think about it, if you put jetpacks on, him double tapping like a bunny would have made him do what? It would have made him do the jetpack, right? So you already doing the movement that will lead into that movement. So you can't say you hate it. You just hate it because now that sliding and bunny hopping that was once working for you, now you gotta fucking pay attention to somebody that's now what? What is he doing? He's jumping in the air, double thrusting, right? Which you cannot handle. So I think some people are just, you know, I think for myself, overreact. And I think, to be honest, it's the community's fault, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna shout out to Blame Truth. I know you get a lot of hate, bro, but I'm gonna go with these guys real quick and be like the devil on this one, bro. The devil's advocate. You know why, bro? The community should take fault. You know why, bro? Because every freaking year a Call of Duty comes out, it does good, people talk, and then they talk shit about it throughout the whole year. It's the worst game, it's the baddest, worst Call of Duty, blah 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 blah, and then guess what, bro? When the next Call of Duty comes out, those are the same people that would talk shit about that game, but then say the game before that is better than the game they just got. Yo, y'all gotta make up your mind, bro. Modern Warfare 3 was not bad. Even when y'all was all talking shit about it, I actually liked it. Modern Warfare 3, it was better than Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 has, if you think I'm wrong, you can comment on this, bro.
No, I mean you're pretty spot on right there. I mean, I played both of those Call of Duties, and you know, Modern Warfare 3 was just a little bit more in-home death. I mean, there was a lot of people hating about certain tactics and stuff that the game made you possess, but back when you come back to it, it's really just the fact that, you know, you didn't make the game, so you can't truly have much say into it. I mean, yeah, your opinion is valid. They're gonna add it into the next updates or something if they can, or even into the next games that come out. But when you then later on say that, oh, this was garbage, there was no point in it, all you're doing is making it harder and harder for the next time the new game comes out.
Detonating.
Which then you start getting more better games that aren't Call of Duty, such as well, here's another prime example. Besides a Battlefield, you know, you got other great first-person shooters that are also battle royale, like Hunt Showdown, and
that's another thing. I want to comment on that. Like, why is everybody saying there's too much battle royales? I don't think there's too much battle royales. We need more.
One friendly operator
Damn.
remaining.
I think we need more, bro. I think we need more, bro. Splitgate already dying. Let's be honest. Like, when the last time we played on Splitgate?
oh man, that's since the beta.
Mission failed.
You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, bro. You know, like, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You know, but like I said, bro, I think also, I'm gonna keep going and saying, bro, I think the community need to take at fault for, you know, the downfall Call of Duty with the mixed baggage. Cause, like, think about it, bro. Everything that they didn't have in Modern Warfare 2, they put it in Modern Warfare 3, right? And y'all was still unsatisfied, bro. And then, like I said, bro, there was a good idea that they had, right? And they didn't bring back to other games. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You see that we're trying to build an organization. You see we trying to build aspect. You see what we trying to do here in CHTK. You already know what we trying to do here. So, I don't know if you know about this, but in Vanguard, right? In Vanguard, they had clan wars. They had a leaderboard towards the end of his life cycle, bro. You can see the top, you know, like 10, 20, 100, whatever. And if, depending on who you are, you know, of your team, it'll be blue if you had 300 plus or whatever. And yeah, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I mean? Shit like that. Bro, we was like top 5 in the beginning, bro. But me and Storm was on. We don't even gonna get into all of that. But I just know eventually we just fell off. But, like, that was a great idea. That made people want to play with each other. Not force, but play. Because, let's be honest, you hop in a lobby, and let's say just like 5, let's say there's 5 LAC team, right? And then you got a random, and he's like, damn, I got a team that's a clan on my side, but I'm facing the whole clan. Let's say y'all vibe out, y'all laughing, blah, 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 get shits and giggles, whatever, whatever. That right there is a bond and a recruit. I'm just saying, bro, it made things fun and a little bit more competitive, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? It separated the man and the boys, you know what I mean? The men from the boys, you know what I mean? The boys from the men, you know what I mean? So, you know, but
onto that little nitbit of how, you know, there was a lot of things that were taken out of Call of Duties that, you know, were absolutely, I thought were almost essential, like,
5 seconds left.
made the game so much easier. Back when Advanced Warfare started the
Increased surveillance
Star
on
Leagues and
bomb or hazard
MLG
diffuser.
for ranked and competitive aspects, they had a whole mobile app that you had to download to keep track of, you know, what teams you would play in the MLG brackets. And that doesn't exist anymore. Now it's just
Op 4 has located a bomb.
you know, they just public brackets on
yeah.
the leagues now. And there's a lot less competitive teams because of that as well. Which, you know, another reason why Call of Duty's dying out. There's not many ranked teams. You know, you only get so many teams in every continent right now. But back in the day, there was lots.
Yeah.
All you would really have to do was go online and register your team as a competitive team.
Bro, I shot that Nomad. That's wild.
Without, you know, even having to have certain requirements and ranks.
Yeah. So, you know, we kind of touched bases on, you know, Call of Duty a little bit and our thoughts. I think also, bro, the gameplays, I think bringing back remaster maps, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I understand the nostalgias for things, but, like, bro, that grind was annoying. Like, I hated grind, bro. Like, where is Summit? Like, where is the actual maps that people actually gave a fuck? Like, let's be honest. You telling me right now if they would have brought back Standoff, you wouldn't be pumped?
Oh man,
You wouldn't what, bro? You wouldn't be
I've been
pumped?
excited.
You wouldn't be pumped? I get that it's just a map, bro. I take that over Grind. And then what?
Yeah.
Then they just drop Fringe. No disrespect. I take that over Fringe. Like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. There's mad, like, bro, if they would have dropped Slums, I'm taking Slums over Grind. I'm taking Slums over Fire Range. No lie, bro. I'm taking Slums. Remember Slums?
Oh man, I actually loved Slums. I mean, yeah, a lot of people hated how the
remember
map was
Raid?
built, but
You remember Raid? Bro,
oh man,
I take,
who can forget Raid?
bro, I take Raid over Fire Range, over Fringe. I'm just saying, bro, there was way better maps to pick. And I just think that they just, you know, for me, bro, they just dropped the ball on some things. I think Warzone, I think the best Warzone was Blackout. And I think that even though one thing I hate about Blackout, that I do love about Warzone, not gonna lie, bro, like, I hate just picking up random guns on the ground, bro. Like, I like just going to work, getting money, getting my loadout, dropping in, and just slamming niggas, you know what I mean? But, you know, Blackout all around was way effing better, and still effing better. Damn, that's what we should have done, bro. But it would have still been long, too. I was gonna tell you, we should have downloaded Black Ops 4. That would have been tough, bro, because I know we had Black Ops 4. Yeah, we should have done that, bro. We might need to do what was it called? Throwback Saturday live stream and do like a Black Ops 4. What you think? You think so, bro? Cause I do miss that edit clan tag shit. We definitely. I'm gonna download Black Ops 6. Black Ops 4 tonight. But yeah, bro. But yeah, bro. Like for me, bro, I think Blackout was definitely it. I think that they dropped the ball with that with Warzone. I think Warzone at one point was doing its thing, and then it just fell off, bro, because of everything, especially with the cheaters. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I watch a lot of people's videos. They always say, yo, sometimes, bro, 99, no, what they say, let's be honest. T-Dog said it. He was like, 99.9% of the time that you think somebody's cheating is really not cheating. Bro, that don't make sense, bro. That don't make sense. Come on, bro. You must be a part of that wave, homie. Because T-Dog, I'm sorry, bro. If I can shoot like they, I'm dropping 30, 40, 50, 60, and I'm doing, bro. It's just a guy on YouTube, bro. I don't know how he's getting all these views, bro, and subscribers. Bro, he living 360s off the building, right? Listen to me, though. Pulls out his phone. Like, the character. Bro, that must be some good-ass editing, bro. Because literally, as he goes in slow motion, right? The editing, like, the character pulls out a phone. He hits play on the music, right? This nigga does something, right? Shoots him. Puts the phone back, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. That's not realistic, homie. Come on, dog. I'm just saying, just things that, you know, don't make sense. Now,
no, this isn't Black Ops 2 back in the day when you were able to get some of the dirtiest kills with a Beretti.
But I think we got much detail on that right there. I think that before we move on to Battlefield and the Uprising of Battlefield, bro, what do you think BO7 is gonna make a difference? And if so, what would it? If not, why and what should they do?
Now, I do believe that BO7 will make a small impact when it first comes out. That's just how every Call of Duty is. When it first comes out, within the first 4 months, usually everybody will start hopping on right after the beta, start playing it heavy. And then immediately after December, a lot of people realize that, you know, it's just another first-person shooter game at that point, with just a bunch of hectic movement and, you know, crappy game logic. So I don't really think it's going to make a major impact. Now, keep that in mind. They can easily change some things. What I would like to see change that might help the game out is, you know, a better conditioning of the Omni movement. You know,
nobody saw that.
The Omni movement itself, you know, when I first saw Black Ops 6 and I got the beta and I was watching everything and I got to test out the beta and everything with the Omni movement. The beginning versions of the Omni movement, beautiful. I mean, yeah, there were some small choppy little bits here and there, but you know, it was a beta. They were able to, you know, keep certain movements more flowed, like being able to, you know, dive backwards or scoot sideways and stuff like that. That was pretty good. But then they came out with the update, and then you got to see some people just, you know, pretty much spazzing at the controller while diving off or moving around, and it just made it like, crap, what was that game that came out? Player Unknown Battlegrounds Battle Royale. That's pretty much just how I can describe the movement in Call of Duty immediately after the beta came into full effect in the full version of the game. Like, it was so cursed. You know, it's not just the movement that everybody looks at for the game, but you know, this was something that the Call of Duty developers, you know, ran head first with. They're like, this is going to be the best next thing, is this movement right here. And I mean, yeah, the movement was nice, but you know, there's a lot of other games that have way better movement systems.
Yeah.
5 seconds before insertion.
And instead of using those as a stepping stool, they're like, hold my beer, watch this next move.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree.
You came with some absolutely unrealistic movement. If I'm in a corridor and I'm shooting at somebody and they've got an LMG and a rocket launcher strapped to them and they somehow just completely fly out of the corridor with a sidestep dive, I'm still stunned even now. Like, one thing that they could have added was, you know, weapon weight movement speed. That would have been a really good development.
Yeah, I totally agree, bro.
Or even, you know, just like the snipers.
Damn, I killed myself. But yeah, I totally agree, bro. I think, to be honest, bro, I think, from my personal opinion, I think Black Ops, 7 is definitely going to try to do something different to kind of bring back. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I think it's over, bro. This is not clickbait. I think it is over. I think it is over. I'm not lying, bro. I'm telling y'all this is not clickbait. I believe, Pagoja, with everything I know, Call of Duty is done. Not done per se, but like, it's definitely Battlefield. I think Battlefield put their money where their mouth is, and now they're flexing. Now they're like, yo, if y'all don't meet these expectations for Black Ops 7, we're gonna eat y'all profits. And then remember, we eat y'all profits, we're good. Even with GTA 6 coming out next year, we're good. Because we took y'all profits. Now we're not worrying about y'all taking profits out of our margins, and GTA, you know, Rockstar taking our profits. Now we just gotta worry about Rockstar, and there's nothing we can do about that, because that's a whole different type of video game. You know what I mean? So, for me, I think Call of Duty dropped the ball. I think in reality, they thought they was going to do what they did from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. And when GTA hit the bombshell and people thought that shit was coming out at the end of November. And then once they announced, oh yeah, we're not coming out to next year in May though, but here's the date so y'all can know this is official tissue. This is not us jerking y'all around and maybe like, hey, yo, by the way, we're going to do another year. No. This is let y'all know, boom, for sure. Everybody in the gaming industry, we're dropping on this day, on this date. Don't care. Y'all gotta find a way around it. And I think to be honest, I believe Battlefield, even though I might say something that's a little negative about it, Battlefield, I think, was supposed to come out early next year, February, and they know they couldn't do that with Black Ops 7. And by the time Black Ops 7 dies, you're talking about GTA 6 coming out in May. So in their mind, they had to make a smart, strategic move, and they went, yo, let's come out this year. We already hinted the game. Like we've been doing this for 4 years, going on 5 years now. Man, can we go an extra 2-3 months to kind of really like maybe like I guess because I always tell people, look, it's okay to have a game polished, and it's the one thing to over polish. And people don't realize when you over polish something, there's always a mistake. You like it's like when you clean somebody's glass. If you don't clean that glass right and if you overdo it, eventually it starts fucking up in the inside. It starts bulging, start doing this, that, and it starts not being what glass. Starting then you got to replace that shit. So sometimes you cannot over polish it. So I think they was like, hold up, we good. Now we dropped the game out October, put that pressure on Call of Duty. BO7 dropped. People thinking, okay, this game might be it right, just for right now. And then boom, people forget in January what they drop in. Their own Battle Royale. Remember that? Battlefield dropping their own Battle Royale in January. So you didn't know about that. They dropping their own basically Warzone in January. So I think from my personal opinion and what I believe, bro, I think Call of Duty fucked up big time. They thought they was gonna be slick. They was like, bro, we could do what we did Modern Warfare 2. Everything bitch everybody was complaining about, we'll put them in this game. I believe that, bro, because they never done that. Let's be honest. All the years we know Call of Duty, I swear it was like every 2 years, right? Then they went every year. But then remember, it was Treyarch, Sledge, Infinity War, back to, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, whatever, basically it was going back and forth. Now they doing 1-1, and then 2-2, and then 3-3, basically doing the same game twice. Whatever they didn't do right the first time around, they could do the second time around. Kind of is like a DLC, but we could charge as a full game, add more shit like a campaign. I think they fucked up, bro. They dropped the ball. I think BO7 is not going where it be people think it's going to be at.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to kind of tie into, which also kind of calls Splitgate out too, is that, Battlefield, its developers and producers and designers all, the second that they were able to make this game a playable thing, started off right there. That was their basis. They made it so that, they could play it. And once they did that, they started adding stuff onto it to see if it would mess it up or not. And then they worked around that, which was like how a lot of some of the older games were like. And now, since Battlefield's going to be pushing out soon.
You know why, though? You know why? Just to kind of real quick, because I don't know if you know this, I believe that head producer of the game actually worked on the OG CODs from back in the day. So when he got let go, he came to Battlefield. A lot of people that worked on Battlefield, most of that, not I'm gonna say most, I'm gonna say probably like 20 out of the 100%. So let's say 20% came from Activision. Not a big, it sounds big, but it's not a big number. 20% could be like 20 people, bro, out of like maybe 500 employees. I'm just saying out of that, just that department itself.
I mean, and it could have been any department that they came from too. And another thing to add on to this whole little call out to Splitgate and everything is that, how Battlefield plans on dropping their Battle Royale about mid to late January, is that in Splitgate, right off the get of the beta, decided to drop a Battle Royale on top of all their somewhat polished game modes. Now, the game modes themselves weren't fully polished yet, but they decided to throw Battle Royale into it as well before, the game itself was fully invested in through the players. Which is how Call of Duty always is. Since, what was the second game that came out after Warzone? Was that, That was Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, since Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2, Call of Duty's pretty much done the same thing, but they, integrated it like a month after full release.
Yeah.
Which I can give props to Call of Duty on that, waiting a little while before
Fire.
they drop their Warzone onto it.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, hell yeah.
But they still didn't, really polish the game up. There were still so many issues. It's just the first month after beta. There's going to be a lot of issues with certain games.
Yeah.
Import issues, a lot of packet loss, the active cheater community.
Mhm.
A lot
Definitely.
of newer streamers, I'm gonna call them out too. A lot of them are constantly cheating, and you can't prove otherwise. Just like I can't prove that they're cheating. So in that sense, it's Schrodinger's cat all over again.
Yeah.
And then the campaigns itself, when it came to Call of Duty, I absolutely was appalled since Modern Warfare 3. No, yeah, Modern Warfare 3. Since Modern Warfare 2 came out, their campaign wasn't too bad. I could give them some props to it, but when Modern Warfare 3 came out, I was disappointed. I mean, what was it? I watched a speedrunner finish the entirety of Modern Warfare 3 in a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah. I agree, bro. I agree. All right. We like 40 minutes in. Let's get to the next topic. Um, I think we both agreed that if they don't really, I guess, really hit it out the park this year for BO7, I think for us, this will probably be officially the last year probably CHTK probably ever touch Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I'm just saying because I know next year when GTA 6, and even my nephew said it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on
When
that shit
GTA
for.
6
Whew,
comes out,
I'm gonna be
it's
gone
game
for three,
over
four
if
months,
Call of Duty
bro.
doesn't pick it
You know what I
up.
mean?
I mean,
So
that's gonna be
you
the
know what I
same way
mean?
for me when Mafia drops.
So, um, just saying, bro. So with that being said, man, we go to the next topic, Battlefield Uprising. All right, this is a good one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm ready, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is the best part right here. This is the one I'm happy about. Yo, I am stoked. I am hyped, bro. Like I think Battlefield is gonna be good as shit. I think Battlefield is going. I think Battlefield, that $400 million that they put in this fucking game, I think it's gonna come to fruition, bro. That's all I got to say, bro. I watched the live stream. A lot of people don't realize this. I am a Battlefield guy. If I had to choose between Battlefield and Call of Duty, and this is gonna be wild, but this is the truth, bro, it's Battlefield. I really wasn't really into Halo. Like I played Halo. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that I don't like Halo. I'm just saying like that really wasn't the game that I was good at. You get what I'm saying? Gears
Yeah.
of War. Like I was better at Gears of War than I was in Call of Duty. And probably why, because I played a lot of Battlefield back in the day. I love when people think they can just hide in a freaking room and hold hands. Imagine that battle royale. You thinking this is like Call of Duty and you hiding in a freaking room. Bro, yo, Pagoja, what's up? Yo, RPG, that building right there, that floor. It's over, bro. That floor crushes on you. You die, bro. That's content. That's a clip. I'm telling you that realism, bro. I'm so hyped, bro. I am definitely ready for this beta. I'm ready to get my hands on it. Pause. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, because I already know the people out there that's going to be commenting on this video, even though, you know what I mean, they're going to try to flip this shit around. So I'm just saying, bro. So by the end of the day, bro, like I think Battlefield is going to show everybody what it is. And then when everybody's like, okay, BO6, Call of Duty is doing their thing. It's kind of a tight race. I don't know which one to pick. Call of Duty is like, yeah, me. I don't know if they was nervous because people was going to Battlefield, so they really umped how BO7 is. I don't know. And then I think Battlefield is going to hit them with that Battle Royale, bro, in January. And when they hit them with that Battle Royale, no cheaters, everything moving, everything booming, everything booming, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I think that's going to be, that's when they're going to punch the shit out of Call of Duty, bro. And I think that's when EA is going to be flexing their muscle a little bit.
Yeah, I've gotta kind of agree with you on that one there. You know, back when I first started playing games.
Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. This is a Q&A. You know what I mean? We're talking about the downfall of Call of Duty and the uprising of Battlefield. If you got your own honest questions, opinion, or whatever, definitely comment. We'll talk about it. We'll mention it. You know, this is y'all missed the downfall part of the Call of Duty of this video. If you want to check that out, rewind. We gave some great points, man. We definitely did. So we're gonna get back to it though. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
It kind of a nostalgic trip down memory lane. You know, I myself wasn't a major. I didn't touch Battlefield at first until I played this game called Red Faction Guerrilla. And for those who ever played the Red Faction series, it was one of those games where you could demolish a lot of the area while in combat. And then when I first touched, I believe it was Battlefield 3, and realized that there was a lot of destructive properties in the game. I kind of just fell in love with it. But the real thing that kind of stuck with me was how, the aspects of how the map layout and everything really worked, and the game modes itself was just more entwined. But I kind of fell off later on when Call of Duty became more of a popular niche among many of people when I was growing up. And then getting to see a lot of the tester gameplay on 6, my apologies, I kind of just had a straight nostalgic trip, and I completely forgot the name of Red Faction Guerrilla until I saw gameplay of how 6 was rocking for Battlefield, and I was like, this brings me back to why I played Battlefield in the first place. There's not just people hiding in certain areas that you can't really push into because it's an indestructible area, even though it's surrounded by wood or some stone that a tank for some odd reason can't blast down. And then another thing that really brought me into Battlefield wasn't just, it wasn't just a game that was about ground troops. It also reminded me of SATCOM Marines or Dogfighter, where there was helicopters and aerial equipment and anti-aerial equipment in the game itself. It was so much closer to a combat simulator than any other game in its time could really make. It was a mash of all of them, and it pieced it together almost seamlessly. And watching a lot of the gameplay and a lot of the talks and discussions about 6 really gets my blood pumping and getting ready for this new game to come out. But I believe the first public beta is the 7th weekend.
Yep, August 7th to the 8th or 9th, something like that. Yeah.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I totally agree, bro. I think this is gonna be it. You know what I mean? I think this is gonna show what they can do and stuff. So, look, man, I think this has been a nice hour live stream. It's been like 45 minutes, but I think we got a lot in it and talk about. We're gonna be better next time around. We're gonna be on the CHTK TV channel. This is gonna be different, bro. So we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna put our great minds to light. Like I said, come join us daily. Don't be afraid. Thank you for tuning in. And KG out.
You found a bomb.